Hello, fellow citizens. Welcome back, and thank you for joining me today.
So you find yourself in Klescher prison for whatever reason, be it your fault or, like for me, not my fault. I'm out doing a bounty, minding my own business, cycling through my targets to find my actual bounty because the little blue box did not appear. Ended up targeting Hurston's security ship for a split second. Instant tier 2 bounty. Come to a complete halt, turn myself in, now I'm here. Now, I have already served my sentence because I just logged out for the night and called it good. So I'm ready for release. But I'm going to show you the fastest way to get out with actually serving your sentence. This is not a jailbreak video. You have two options to work your sentence out. You can either go down into the mines and do some hand mining, or you can do the actual jail missions. The maintenance missions, fantastic. I will get 5 to 15,000 merits for doing this mission. So we will accept it. Now we're going route 3, depth 9. So let's get down here to the work mines. And Klescher is low gravity, so be careful when you jump, because you can take damage. Alright, get into the mines. So this door is always the entrance to the mines. You cannot leave through that door. If you do not know what the routes are, Route 1, Route 2, or the route that we are taking, Route 3. This side is the exit. It has the terminals. If you do the hand mining, that's where you turn your mining stuff in. So we are going Route 3, depth 9. So let's get down here. If you don't know what the depth is, there are signs periodically that will tell you 1, 2, 3, so on and so forth. That is your depth meter. On the back of that sign is a green exit sign. That is going to be the most helpful thing, is that exit sign. So here we are at depth 1. On the back of it is illuminated green exit. Pay attention to the route you take to get to your location, because you can get lost in these mines. So we're on 1, we're looking for 2. There it is. So I'm doing a lot of jumping and running, which in this low gravity is really not a good thing to do. As you can see, I'm down to 92% HP because of low gravity. You can take damage from jumping. You can take fall damage. So be really careful when you're in the mines, because if you die in the mines, typically it will count it as a failed escape attempt, and it will increase your sentence. So here's number 3. And you can see the backside of that is illuminated green with the fog. That is going to be very helpful on finding our way back out. Now, if you're one of those that spends a lot of time in Klescher, you already know all of this. And the more time you spend in Klescher, the faster you learn the mines and the routes. So I believe starting on depth 5, you will have oxygen machines. So if you run out of oxygen, you can go and refill. If you don't want to use your merits on oxy pins, you can just stop at the machines and get a refill on your O2 so you don't die and extend your time. Those machines are what we're down here to repair for this mission. And that'd be this machine right here. Now this one has a black screen with a red bar. The one we're looking for on depth 9 will have a red screen. So as you see right now, it's draining the O2 from the machine and putting it in my suit. And now I'm full of oxygen. And that machine will take about 3 minutes to fully resupply with O2. So now we're here on depth 5. We need to find 6. There's 6. If you don't know what merits are, it is the currency of Klescher. There's vending machines at the entrance to the mine before you go through the doors where you can buy your oxygen pins, your med pins. If you lose your mining tool, you can buy a new one, or you can just use the merits to get out of prison faster. You can also buy food and water since this is technically a survival game. But it does not leave Klescher with you. It will stay in Klescher. Now we're looking for... what are we on? We're on 7? I think we're looking for 8. There she is. You rarely see other players here in Klescher. After server meshing, I'm sure Klescher's going to be quite busy. And that's when you're going to have to worry about running into other players. Alright, so here we are in depth 9. So now we're looking for the O2 terminal, which is usually right here in the hallway leading to the area. And there's no marker indicators telling you exactly where you need to go. Here it is. So this one has a red screen. All we're going to do is click use and vent. And now I was already free and ready to go, but now I can really leave Klescher. So refill my O2 so I don't have to worry about it. And in the beginning I told you to remember the path that you took to get down here to depth 9, because now we got to take that exact same path to get out of here. Holding backspace will respawn you in your hangar, or not your hangar, it will respawn you in your Klescher cell, but it will also be counted as an escape attempt and increase your sentence. So let's get out of here. These missions are quite often available. I think the longest sentence I had was 8 hours, and it took 4 of these missions to fully reduce my sentence and let me out. So it was about a half hour, 40 minutes worth of gameplay. The shortest one of these missions I ever did was, I think, depth 6, and the longest was depth 15. And the deeper you have to go into the mines, the more merits you earn. The faster you find the machine and get it repaired, the more merits you earn. The more merits you earn, the faster you get out of Klescher. So knowing the mines, paths and everything is a huge help for these missions. I don't really spend a lot of time here in Klescher, so I don't really know all the paths that well. But I'm sure there's somebody out there that knows them all by heart. Alright, what number are we on? We're on depth 5. Heading up to depth 4. So since I'm released, I can just, as soon as I get back to Klescher prison, just head straight to the inmate release door. But if you're still with sentence, then you're going to go to the inmate terminal and see how much more time you have, how much it reduced your sentence, and that'll basically tell you how long or how many more missions you have to do. Again, for me, 8 hours was like 4 of these missions. They do actually reduce your sentence basically 10 times what you would get from mining down here. And I've always had a hard time mining down here for some reason. For me, nothing down here ever wants to be mined. What are we at? We're at depth 2. There are dead ends in the mines too, so be aware of that. Usually they're indicated by little signposts with a red X on them. But here we are. We should be just about done. Alright, there's the prison. So the dead ends will be marked with that sign right there. So just look for that in the mine and don't take those paths. Now jumping here is a really dumb thing to do, because if you fall down there, it's a failed escape attempt. If you decide to do any mining, you interact here, and it'll take your materials. But we are done with Klescher. Now we just have to hope that we can spawn back in our zone with our head and our mobi-glass. So now we have 20,000 merits after doing that mission, so we can use that next time we get put in jail, and it'll just reduce our sentence. So let's get out of here. Thank you for joining me. Y'all have a good one.